So, yeah. So yeah, use your back, don't use your legs. That's crazy.
Welcome to Chill
Take
with
your legs
Zone
and
and
put me
Company.
out of equation.
We're starting it off with a banger, as clear you can see. Mm.
Man, my
Yo,
chest is on fire though.
I walked into the Xbox party earlier today, and the conversation, like I mean, I was walked in from like getting Dunkin' Donut, and Magda was talking to her friend and John, and we're like, exploiting your spouses. I'm like, it's like, yeah, my husband gets all these old people who love him, and I wouldn't mind him having a sugar mama and him being a sugar baby and them paying. Like, I'll exploit him because they all look at him like, here we go. You're telling me you want to
That's
exploit?
that's wild. Yo, that's insane. God damn.
It was women's DNA, bro.
Which
Yo,
it's quite funny that people always want to exploit others instead of like exploiting themselves. It's quite interesting how that works. She
I
also
mean, in a way,
she
why
also
would
made
you?
a comment about that about her being with people who normally she can normally push around and like yeah, like the yes man, they do whatever they want, whatever they're told to do. And I'm the complete opposite. That she I agree sometimes, but when I say no, I'm on business, and if I said no, it ain't happening, and she's not used to that type of thing still. I'm the first person that she's ever been with that does stuff like that. So
that's wild.
I was like, well,
Strong
you definitely picked the
black
one
man.
because I'm no pushover.
That's insane. First, that being said in general, overall is just wild. Let's keep it a bed.
I
That
was like,
shit is
I'm no
crazy.
pusher. But then you think about it though, there are people who have relationships like that. Like, yeah, they're the men in a relationship, quote unquote. But if their old lady tells them to do something, they just do it, no hesitation. Like, I'm like, nah, that's just. I mean, I don't like to be controlled. Period. First of all, secondly, I don't also like to be told what to do. If I'm a grown man, you're not gonna constantly tell me what to do. I did that in the military. Uh, we see how that
So
worked
I
out.
allowed that shit back then. It's dumb as hell.
No, but that's the kicker. That's what makes it hilarious. Being prior military and don't mean like being told what to do.
No, I mean, there's a lot of people in the military who have that authority problem that don't like being told to do. I was like, imagine you
Yeah.
going into military, right? Like, you didn't go straight to high school, right? Of course. Let's say you went to college first, or you just went out and experienced life, right? And you decide you're about 24. Yeah, you lived on your own. You done some things, not really going well. You want to start new. You decide to go in the military. Then you go through your training, all that stuff. Then you get to your first unit, and you have someone who's like a sergeant or whatever the case may be. Now, mind you, you're 24, 25, and you got someone who's like a sergeant who's like 20 years old, who's walking around like he's, tough shit.
Why is
I
he
mean,
a
he's
sergeant at 20? That's the question.
you can get promoted within 2 years if you do the shit what you need to do. If you go in straight out of at high school, if you do what you need to do and stay on top of it, you can be promoted to sergeant in 2 years. Like, that's just how it is. Um,
I did hear that as well.
but like, imagine like and being a sergeant at 20 years old, and someone's 24, even young, older than that, like 30, because the oldest you can go in is like 35, 36, depending on the waiver. But the older you are, the more experience you have in life. And then you have someone like, younger than you, who's fresh out of high school, run into military, who doesn't know anything about the real world, just know military shit. And this thing in the military, when you have your finances, like, you get to a unit, you try to buy the car, you're like, oh, you have to speak to a financial person, you got to talk to your team leader, this and that. Now, mind you, if you get to a brand new unit and you're trying to buy a car because you got your money that you've been sitting and you're, almost 30, you kind of know how to buy a vehicle, whatnot, hopefully. But the fact that you go to try to do stuff like that and you have someone who's like 20 years old say you can't spend your money, excuse me. Like, I'm a grown ass man, this is my money, bro. Like, I'm 10 years your senior. Like I get that you have the
Yeah, that would be
rank in the
wild.
military, but in the real world and real life experiences, I outrank you. Like, you can't tell me I can't go buy a vehicle to get me around the point A to point B because you don't think I can afford it. Nah, I'm sorry. And I had that happen when I was in the military. And with my background being an accountant, I had all the financial stuff. I already spoke to a financial person, had everything lined up, and they were like, "You can't do that." I'm like, "Look, that's cute, but I've already done the due diligence. I'm a grown man. You're not gonna tell me how I spend my money. And I went out and bought my car. They were so mad. they were like, they're and one of the staff sergeants was like, "Yo, he's grown. Like, he didn't go straight from high school into the military. Like, he went and did college, had a place, lived on his own. Like, he's a grown man. He knows how to manage his money." Like, unfortunately, you can be upset that he didn't take your advice, but there's really nothing you can do about that if he's a grown
It's
ass man.
advice, my
Like,
nigga. It's not the. It's
That's
not.
advice. It didn't sound like advice.
The fuck.
well,
No,
to them, it's
no.
considered
The
like
fact
their
I'm
advice. Like,
saying.
you shouldn't do that. It's not a wise decision. No, it's not. Maybe not for you, but I'm good. I know how to manage my money. Now, there are some that don't. Like, I met this one kid. He got a straight basic, and he went and bought him a Prius. And he was driving the bitch
That's
around for like the weekend, and they're like, "Yeah, you can't afford it. You gotta take it back." And we went to Atlanta, not Atlanta, to Houston in that bitch. Like we went, and the crazy thing is like he in the Prius now back in when they first came out, um, and he was trying to drive it. He was like he tried to hop on expressway. He tried to floor that bitch like, "Bro, this is the Prius, like." This is gas
Mm,
electric. Like, this is not no fucking sports car. You can't just floor that. It's not gonna work out the way you. No, he's doing great now, but like when watching him, I was like, now I see why some soldiers need to go through like proper steps to buy vehicles because you just went out first vehicle. Let's get this, and it was a Prius. You had super high payments on it. I was like, bro, you got
Oh, his
you got
credit was
robbed.
good. Delinquency.
But I
Delinquent
get it. It was
credit.
like his first vehicle, first time doing something on his own. He had a vehicle for the weekend. He had to turn it back. He lost that money he gave that to the dealership because they wouldn't give it back to him. But
They don't.
he got to drive a vehicle at least for a weekend, and he learned his lesson. And he ended up getting his own vehicle with better deals. So it happens,
How old is he?
bro. He was like 19. He was young.
Oh,
He was young.
yeah, they was gonna rape him. So that anyway.
He
No
was very
drives,
very young.
barely. First vehicle, you're young, 19. Which means your insurance. They anticipate you being stupid.
You know, it's
The
crazy
car was,
that men have the highest insurance rates typically.
but they're the better
Uh,
drivers.
Yeah, they're typically the better drivers, and they actually get into less accidents. Statistically proven. Now, I know people say that's not true. Go with the statistics. The statistics speak for themselves. But like back in the day when they made it, those statistics like men were doing like high risk shit like speeding, playing chicken, shit like that. But when they looked at it, it's like, well, women put their makeup on while they're driving. They're a lot more, doing stuff. But it was like your insurance rates, if you were a young male under the age of 25 or something like that, your rates were up higher. And if you were a single person, your rates are higher too. The moment you're
I
married
don't
and you have
understand
like
why
a
that makes sense.
household, they think you're thinking long term, trying to be safe, trying to live. So they think that you are more
That doesn't
cautious.
cover you.
So your insurance rates drop. But that's how they have the system that worked out.
No, I understand. Yeah, it's still that's not even really
Even the
like
color
to
of your
me.
car and rates. Like if you have a red car, you have a higher rate because
yeah,
people
that is
associate
crazy.
going fast with red. And I'm like, that's not
That's
necessarily
an old
true,
thing.
but
That's not even true. Yeah, literally not.
but I
I
mean,
think
I
it's
get
looking for
it.
I thought it was
reasons.
more about theft, to be honest with you. Like the
No,
fact
it's
of
something
it
about with
being a car that
speed.
stands out more.
Yeah, yeah, it
That's
stands
crazy.
out more. But people normally who have red cars normally like to drive fast. And like if you think about like movies back in the day, you think like when they portrayed like Mustangs and this and that fast cars, they were typically red. If you really think about it, like a lot of those fast cars, like in the early movies, and whatnot, they showed them being like a muscle car and being red, or there was some type of red in them. So when you think about it, that logic, you're like, oh well, I see why you did that because that's all he depicted: red, fast cars that you associate with being fast that are going to speed. But that's not necessarily the case. I've seen people have blacked out cars and be flying.
Oh yeah. I mean, the fact that a color specifically could make it where, hey, we should tune up your insurance to next level. Know what I'm saying? It alone is retarded. And then, not to mention how they be scam. Just insurance itself is just on some scam shit, man. The fact that you legit are basically paying these people's fucking, you paying them their paycheck, and then you probably really only getting like, if you getting $100 worth of shit, the way it should be. Nah, you got to pay $300 a month. Why? Because I got to get paid, and
I need my
company
money.
don't want to pay me.
I need my bread.
The fucking like, nah. Honestly, that shit about to make me get into the insurance game. Shit, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? They scamming people anyway. I'm getting
Well,
scammed. Might as well get into that shit.
Everybody gets scammed.
Everybody getting scammed. Yeah.
You're getting
Shit, wow.
scammed. You're getting scammed. You're getting scammed. Everybody gets
We
scammed.
all getting scammed. Fuck it. Yeah, it don't make no damn sense. It don't make no sense at all.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
All
That is
right,
very
man.
yo,
true.
I'm gonna change my laundry real
this
quick.
What'd you say,
Roger,
Mr.
Roger.
Wilson?
Gonna do
Change my
laundry.
laundry. No,
Ah,
I'm changing everything to the dryer.
changing laundries.
I wait till this time when nobody's in there so I can be in and out.
It's like Sunday's like the
That makes
best day to
sense.
get a lot of things done, but there's some things you just can't get done on a Sunday,
Yeah, it's like
like doctor's appointments. You can't get those done.
Damn. Trying to do this little trick rush thing on this rooftop and alleys. I ain't gonna lie.
The
I am not good.
rooftop and
Oh,
alleys. Tell me
yeah,
about
I'm not good at this game, but I'm learning how to get nice. I can tell you that much.
this.
I think it's really about timing, it seems. Which honestly, if y'all into free running, maybe check it out. Especially since it's finally on goddamn console. Or at least it's been on console and I'm just late for it.
He said it's
This
open
shit is dope.
also. I'm late.
Ooh. Man. Yo. You know what's crazy?
Ah,
This is day day quote unquote sobriety. And I ain't gonna front. I almost shed like almost dropped, dog.
yeah.
Almost dropped. I done went, bought some weed, rolled it up,
You looked at it.
and just put it down. So it was like, nah, I'm just leave this shit. Like so,
You know that
um,
happens though. That happens. That right there just shows that you have grown. In my opinion, I would say that that
Thanks
right
for the
there
follow,
says you have grown.
GZDR forever. I'm
Thanks for
Max,
the
the
follow.
yeah, that
cutest
shit
and
is
most
Easy.
wonderful
that
pet
shit is crazy.
around. Hope we can
Yo,
be
appreciate you,
perfect
dog.
pals.
Yeah, like
Lol.
honestly, this shit is it's wild, son. This shit is wild.
Yo, my pops
Is
is.
when I tell you,
Go
uh,
ahead. Go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say like
Hello, how are
it
you
seemed like any and every
GZDR
little thing
forever?
was like
Lol.
ready to set me off kind of thing, and I'm trying to be that slow to anger type shit where I was usually I'll say inebriated. I would be like I would just control like completely slow to anger because the shit didn't bother me. I'm it's boom, but now it's like you hear shit, motherfuckers is like they got something to say, and I'm already dealing with so much shit that I've been trying to
Your
silence
mic's cutting out.
without that man. I'm like, yeah, I'm dealing with so much shit already that I've been trying to make sure like I silence without using any other substances like to calm it down. And it's like, yo, that little thing just set something off, and it was like, all right, nah, I gotta just away. Matter of fact, like with that being the case, I also realized that there was a lot of times where I kind of was like, I was kind of, you know, letting it be where it's a it did kind of control me
Do I
to a
forgive
degree.
Hulk Hogan now he's passed away?
You said you
Um,
forgive him?
no, someone wrote in my chat if I forgive Hulk Hogan now he's passed away. You know, I never really had a really, truly any anger towards Hulk Hogan and what he said. Everybody's gonna have their opinion. I could departmentalize how he is personally as an individual versus his ability to perform in a ring and create his craft. Did I like what he said? No, most people didn't. But
So
was I?
he was an old ass man from a time frame where that shit was okay in their eyes to be fucking racial or be like want to be separate from any other race.
Yeah.
Like that's I'm not surprised to hear that old man was willing to say, "Oh, don't deal with this particular." Like that is what it. I'm not surprised. I don't understand why anybody else is, to be honest.
Yeah, I was never angry with them. Um, Maybe disappointed because I would expect better, but my biological mother actually met him and went to his wrestling shows and confirmed years ago when I was little the type of person he was in real life. So from that moment, I knew that yeah, he was a horrible person in real life. Well, when it came to his wrestling and whatnot, he was great. He separated those two for most part. Now, not necessarily mean he was a horrible person in real life because there's probably tons of people who had really great experiences with them, but there are a lot of people who had horrible experiences with them. And for those people, that is what makes a difference. Like, I got a grandpa, and he's a Lakers fan. He loves the Lakers. He can't stand the Bulls, and he's from the Chicago area. And from my understanding, he doesn't he can't stand Michael. You can't if you go to his house wearing some Jordans, or some Michael Jordan stuff. He'd tell you to take it off, and you're gonna go in this house, or you're not coming in, because he met
Take off
Michael.
your
Yeah, like apparently he
Yeah.
met him for like an autograph or something like that, and he said Michael Jordan was extremely rude, like just rude and
Oh, yeah.
and whatnot. And then after that, just he never liked Michael after that. After experiencing how rude he was and whatnot and disrespectful, absolutely not. He didn't give two shits about Michael, but he was all about his Kobe Bryant and the Lakers and whatnot. But no, after he had an experience with Michael Jordan, nah, he couldn't stand him. And that's how it is. You can idolize someone and be a fan of them, and the moment you finally meet them, if they're
Turn out
rude
to
to you or
be a piece of
whatnot,
shit.
and that's what they said. Never meet your idol. Never meet someone you truly like, because they might not turn the way you expect them to be, and just ruin that, tarnish that image. And for me, I don't think it would have tarnished my image. I would have like, yo, he's a horrible person in real life, but he's still great in the ring. He still does what he does. Like, I mean, NWO, I mean, that will always stick with me. But yeah, there's nothing for me to forgive
Shit.
about him because I never was angry enough
Yawns
to
ZZZZ.
be
Time
upset
for
with
a
him.
cat nap.
So
Dreaming
I
of
had
chasing
I had
laser
a similar
pointers and
experience
napping
with,
in sunbeams.
when it came down to Busta Rhymes,
Lol.
if you remember. Fucking remember, I used to basically work across the street from where he lived in Brooklyn.
yeah,
And the one night I get off work, I'm walking literally across the street. He coming outside, his security there. So I'm like, oh, yo, Busta, what up? And, yo, I'm on the phone. Nigga, I'm not trying to get an autograph from you. And I'm like, you know what? Yo, that's cool, man. I'm just saying what's up. But, yo, peace and blessings. Oh, peace and blessings. Nah, nigga, fuck out of here. I'm good now. Like, there was no need for you to do. And I know you're not on the phone doing nothing special because I had walked by you and this motherfucker's on Spotify. So I'm like, yo, you a little bitch. That's cool though. Know what I'm saying? I still fuck with your music, but you a piece of shit. And thank you for fucking up. You know what I'm saying? The respect that I did have for you. Know what I'm saying? It is what it is though. And it's fucked up because I'm pretty sure I know I've heard other people talk about how he basically was like that with them.
yeah.
So to me, hey man,
I
you be
never,
alright, dog.
I never
You
got
ain't
the
missing-
whole
you ain't missing out,
idolizing the
man.
celebrity thing though. To be honest, like, yeah,
Hell no.
they're great.
You a human
Like,
being.
don't get me wrong, they're great. I can respect
No,
their
they're
craft.
talented.
I love their work, but I don't idolize them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if they got divorced. I don't care if they had a kid or they're in the fight or feud. I honestly don't care if they pass away. Truth may hurt, but are they going to care if I pass away? Are they going to cry for me if I lose a family member? The answer is no. So why would I
Hell
be
to the no.
bothered about them? Yes, I will feel sorry for their friends and family and condolences to their loss. But honestly, I can care less. To be honest with you, I'm just an individual that can care less about them passing away because I don't know them personally, and their life is not going to affect me from them passing away. It's not one bit, unfortunately. It might affect other people. It's not going to affect me. Just like if when my grandma passed away, that didn't affect them. I didn't get a message from Facebook, social media, none of that shit. So, I mean, to me, that's how I view it. You're going to pass away at one point, one time. So, I mean, when your time is here, your time is here. Hopefully you did some great things. You have people to remember you that were close to you. And that's kind of all that really matters at the end of the day. I mean, even after those people are gone, then your memory is gone. So, I mean, what you can really do to hold your ground is to, to hold your ground, all you can really do is make a name for yourself and establish your name, like become an author, write a book, use your real name. That there, you're immortalized. Bam, you're gonna be on forever. I mean, the only thing that the celebrities have for them, they're gonna be immortalized due to like their craft. Like people always talk about them unless they completely get buried because of some scandal. Other than that, I mean, no one's gonna care about them 20, 40 years ago or from now. In our community, growing up, we idolized the drug hustler and gangster, knowing those same people destroyed the community. And what
True.
time frame is this? Growing up.
What, when that happened?
Yeah, hold on.
That was just last year, actually. Like just before I moved out here, or not too long before I moved out here. Was that, that
No, I'm looking.
Nah,
I'm
that
reading,
situation with the
my chat. I got someone typing in the chat about stuff, so I'm reading that. Oh,
I'm starting to learn some of these mechanics. Oh shit.
got it. There we go. In our community growing up, we idolized. I mean, if you're talking about like the old school rappers, like like idolizing them, or the actual the bangers on the street or in the corner in community, I say that was a lot of that growing up back in the day, like in the 80s, 70s, 90s. That was a lot of that. But from my understanding and some of those stories, like the gangs back in the day, they're not nothing like the gangs now. Like the gangs of back in the day actually had an honor code and an honor system. Like typically they didn't really fuck with kids and old women or women in general. Like they actually had an honor code. Not all of them kept that honor code, but there was actually an honor code in that society back in the day, in that type of community. There is none of that now. It's
Not even a little bit.
There's no respect. They don't care. Kid, child, woman, elderly, pet. They don't care. They're just destroying people. Don't care about your ethnicity. None of that stuff. And it's kind of sad. Kind of wish that they kind of kept a little honor system. Like gangs aren't good regardless, but the ones that had honor system, because even some of the gang members back in the day, if I'm not mistaken, if something really bad happened in the community, some of them would band together to kind of help the community out. And you're definitely not seeing that now, especially with the climate of how people view law enforcement. And I can make a
different
few
view.
shows on that. To be
It was a
honest.
different view back then, just alone off the fact of when it came down to respect wise. You seen an old person walking down the block, them motherfuckers, they wasn't smoking and blowing smoke in their face. They wasn't going to tell you curse. The motherfuckers put that shit away. Yo, excuse me, I'm sorry. They see somebody some old elder person from off of their block, they was helping them. They was stopping any and everything.
Facts.
They wasn't gonna allow no bullshit to go down. Man, nowadays, motherfuckers who supposedly are best friends, they over here putting bullets in each other back just so they can get up another level. Real
Or
quick.
that they like some old lady, and they like, I want to take it for myself. Like
it's like,
shit
what the
like that.
fuck? It's a whole different time frame back then compared to what they doing now.
My old man, he had
That shit's
mentioned
different.
something about there was about relationships, and he said about what y'all think about a woman, or I think it's just any relationship, like one person wanting the other person to pay for all of it, or not being financially responsible properly, like with their finances, like how they overspend, exert things, and then come to you and they're like, oh, or even to be in a relationship and like, oh, you do this for me, you pay for this for me, and it's like, what are you doing for me? Oh, nothing. And wait, you don't want to do nothing for
Or they
me.
giving up sex.
Yeah, don't want to do nothing for me, and you want me to do everything for you. Like absolutely not. Like, no.
Now,
Like
here's a chair. Take several seats.
if I'm in a dating stage, like when I was in the dating stage, like if I'm dating and we're just, talking, I'm not paying for shit for you. I'm be honest with you. Like if I say, hey, let's go out to eat, and I invite you to dinner, I'm paying for that. But if you hit me up and say, oh, in order to go out, I need this for my nails. Look, we're not dating like that. We're not in a relationship. I'm not doing that. And if when we were, you got your own money, you got bills to pay. figure out
you
your
think
shit
so?
just like I do. Like, be honest with you. Like, I'm not paying
Man,
when in the dating scene. I
they
was not
still
paying to get your nails done. Was not paying for a babysitter for you. Like, what'd you do when I wasn't there? You went out with your friends. You had like a family member watch your kids for free. Yeah, have that same family member watch your kids. That's not my responsibility. And if
yo,
we go out to eat, don't say you need a
yo,
goodie bag for your kids on the first date
man.
because I'm not paying for it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
this shit nowadays is different, yo, because they expect you to be doing. First off, any dollar that you make is their dollars. Any dollars that they make is their dollars. Type shit.
Yeah.
It don't. You expect for us to be able to build and get to a particular level, but here I am busting my ass, breaking here go every fucking dollar for every little thing, and then, oh, but you not making enough, bitch. You not doing enough. What do we like? What do you mean by that? This
Yeah.
shit ain't easy out here. Not everybody's out here making this fucking imaginary number that you assume. Oh yeah, that's what every nigga's doing. And then
No,
you
that's what
have the
they
audacity
want.
to not even be able to afford the shit that you asking for yourself, but then call me broke.
I think that's the
Make
one thing
any
that always
sense?
at first decided always gets me like, all right, so it's like you calling someone broke. Okay, cool. You calling them broke. Can you afford that same thing that you're calling them broke for not being able to afford? If the answer is no, you should not even fix your mouth to call them broke. Because if you can't afford it and they can afford it, and I mean they can't afford it either, then why are you calling them broke? You should be calling yourself broke. Both hosted together. Or the ones
To the
that
people, to the people who think like that, there's this thing where you take your top lip and you put it to your bottom lip. It's called shutting the fuck up. You should try it. It works.
freaking well also you never see the one quality that you used to see back in the day, like when a man was struggling and a woman would like stick with them, like stick it out, like stick it out, and stick with them and help him build that. You don't really see that no more. Like if you see a young man struggling or just a man struggling in a relationship whatsoever with bills, whatever, a lot of times a lot of females generally won't stick it out. They'll get upset or they'll stick there for a little bit, then they'll get fed up. They'll always throw something in your face. But when it's like the other way around, like typically a man's not gonna throw in the face all the time, like I'm paying for this, I'm paying for that, unless they realize they're being taken advantage of. Then that's when they start
Mm.
to throw it out there before they, say peace. Um, but typically, like a man will sit there and do it because they're like, yo, we're in this together, we're a partnership. Like if you're struggling, I'm struggling. I can't have you struggling be off your game because then I'm gonna be struggling be off my game. Like a men typically will kind of help and support. I from like
But
prior stuff, like I don't see that in women. Like if a man is struggling, like they're like, oh, the first thing they say is, well, I'm dealing with this too. Like, well, I'm going through something. I'm just told you, and like you just redirected it, like to be about you. Like
I
that's
hold on.
not what we do.
I can't say, even though as a man, I do agree. I can also say that there's a lot of motherfuckers nowadays that's like they do the same shit to women.
Well, yeah,
I know
definitely.
quite a few women that's like they held dude down for sure, and then the motherfucker just like, well, you ain't do shit for me anyway, bitch. You was homeless. You
You
had
know, I see
outfits on.
that.
And I took it like, and I even personally know women who's experienced shit like that, and it's like dealing with fuckboy energy from a motherfucker who, honestly, if I'm being honest, wasn't in a league in the first place.
I don't know if it's a fuckboy energy though. I think it's
Nah,
just
nah, nah. I say
for
fuckboy
not
energy only
all of them,
specifically for
not
no, no,
all
no,
of
not
them.
all, not
I
all.
think
But
some of
I'm
them
saying for
just are
certain.
flipping the script. They're like, "Yo, I'm gonna see how far I can get away with this because women do it to
Matter of
me."
fact,
It's like,
you're right. It's not fuck. I'm not talking about fuckboy energy. My bad. I'm talking about bitch man baby shit. That's what I meant to say. Like
there's
the fact of being a grown ass man and then not only expecting your mom to do shit for you, but then you expect your woman to do any and every little thing, the simplest shit
uh,
of like help getting your own. She helping you pay bills and shit too,
yeah,
legit. And the
yeah.
fact that you can't pick up your clothes when your girl, hey, can you get this? Cause I can't bend over, I can't do this and that, and you can't even like get it through your brain. Okay, well, if this woman's pregnant. Let's say this woman's pregnant. You can't pick up your shit, dog.
Yeah,
You
true.
would rather watch your woman pick up this shit she's carrying your child, and you gonna allow her to do all of this extra shit without even getting up a smidge, you a bitch. You a bitch boy.
So, I mean, and this is with the conversation is because I like to, me personally, when it comes to like this subject or certain things like this, I need to understand where it stems from. So it's never just because we could talk about the obvious all day. Like that's obviously something that's going on both sides. It happens, but it always has to do with upbringing and your
For
thought
sure.
pattern.
For
So
sure.
I always look back to this is why even in schools, when kids act the way they act, it's just a representation of their parents in their household. So that's why parents be getting embarrassed when they go to parent teacher conference because it shows you like what's going on in your house. If it was discipline or there was certain things being because kids don't just come out the vagina doing whatever. Like you can be disciplined a certain way. You're raised a certain way. Certain things you pick up, and
True.
so most women, a lot of those women, sometimes they grow up. It's how they're taught, and this is why we were having. I think it was in a discussion that we was having yesterday. I was like, "Yo, if I have a daughter, it's gonna be, yeah, the lovey-dovey stuff, like that, all that stuff, but you're gonna be accountable. You're gonna learn accountability
For
the same
sure.
Mhm.
way." And a lot of people don't teach their daughters that. Oh, well, she's a girl, and no, 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 f all that. I don't
That
want to
don't
hear
mean
that
nothing. Yeah, no,
because
I got
I've come across women who have been raised properly and they're aware of it now. It's because in today's world, that's like a trait they're allergic to, but they're never
yeah.
addressed on it. And so, but it starts in the home. So just buckling down because they're more emotional is an excuse, or just like saying, well, that now that's an excuse. You're still raising somebody. Doesn't mean anything because you got to explain that to the woman who's disciplined or the woman over here that did that. It's no difference. So it always starts from the home, even with the men. Like a lot of men that are raised in single parent households, me being one of them, I had to start correcting a lot of them because I'm not just going to speak on something and just say it like this is a
Mm.
perfect image. There was a lot of tendencies I had that I realized this is after spending time with my dad. This is after spending time around actual other men. I can say that's the only advantage, that I got out of that situation. They raise emotional boys, and it's like everything that you do is off the feeling or there's no principle. It's what you feel versus if you had your father in your household, or because not every man is not a father, and every male is not a man, but
True.
it's if you have the proper person actually teaching you that what accountability is, what principle is, what you stand on, your values, your morals, discipline, certain things you can see are just done without question. So it always stems from that. And then you got older people getting frustrated because it's not my job to change you as a grown individual. That's not my job. Like that shouldn't be my job. But I mean, sometimes you don't pick these things out. You got to pay attention to them during the dating process.
Mm.
But this is why these serious conversations that need to be had. Like me, I'll go date somebody. Oh, yeah, that's cute. Yeah, yeah, I like you too. This and the third. That's all good and dandy. I've been through that before. I'm gonna
Yeah, what do you
ask you some
stand
dead
on? What
serious
do you
questions.
stand for?
Yeah, like we
No,
want to
most
get
people
to the
don't
nitty
like
gritty
those
before we
questions
even
though
go.
no more. Like
I don't even care.
That's
I
too bad.
I think
We
it's
not like minded. We not
that
gonna be
that
an
was
even
always my
yoke. And if
issue.
that's the
I
case,
remember when I was dating people after a while, and I'm like, like, oh, let's have a serious conversation. Let's talk about something. I was like, hey, when do you plan on having kids? When do you in your future do you plan on having kids? I like to know this, and it's not like I want to have kids with you. I'm just curious. Mind wants to know because if you say you plan on trying to have it at 21, at that time when I was younger, I'm like, yeah, you this is not gonna work because you might try to trap my. But
Here's the
there
biggest
are
thought.
people who don't
Go
like
ahead.
those conversations like back in the day. Like I remember people be like they want to have serious conversations, but like, oh, those conversations are weird, and it's always funny because they're like they figured those conversations they thought those conversations were weird, but now that they're sitting there thinking about it, they're like, yo, those actually was some good conversations before. I want conversations like that. I'll come and have dates because you had people that probably approached you like that, and your mindset you weren't mature enough, and you said this is weird. He's creepy. Blah blah blah. You kept in contact. Now you're trying to reach out. The motherfuckers moved on. They're not thinking about you no more. They've already realized that you were childish. Your mindset. They ask you simple questions, just trying to have deep conversations with you, and you weren't trying to have a deep conversation. To you, a deep conversation was horrible. And a lot of people don't like having deep conversations. I've noticed that in the opposite sex. Like if you try to just have a deep conversation that doesn't lead to anything, just a deep conversation, just trying to see how their mind works. You're being weird. No, I'm just trying to see how your mind works. If I can understand how your mind works, I know how to approach you. Unfortunately, I mean I think that's a common thing for most people. When you talk to people, you try to gravitate how their mind works, so you know what kind of conversation you're going to have with this person on a regular basis.
But if I hear you're being weird for those questions,
Yeah.
my return to that is, do you just buy a house or do you actually go look at the house before you buy it?
Yeah,
That's
but
a
I
good
mean,
question. Like,
with younger
That's a good
people,
retort.
yeah, it is.
no, no, but because you gotta use logic sometimes against it. Sometimes even their own logic, because you gotta be consistent. If you're not consistent within a certain logic, and it's but this is a little bit different. Yes, there are some things that are like that, but if you can't be consistent in just the common idea of the way you're thinking with certain things, then that's another reason. That's another red flag, and it means like for me, it's like yo, like one of the questions that I ask that may be uncomfortable is when a woman like, okay, why do you want to be in a relationship? Why? And if
The
I
need for
promise
a thing or what?
one no, like yeah, like what's your reasons for I
Okay.
want to hear what do you want out of a relationship, right? And what is your purpose? Like if marriage is a thing, why do you want to get married? If you can't answer that question off the bat with something actually tangible or reasonable, and it's just if it sounds like it's for the look of it and because of what you want and you want this grand, because there's a lot of women that want that picture. Like, oh, I just want this picture. I don't give a damn about the picture. I want to know about the work that goes on behind the scenes. The picture
Yep.
comes by nature when you're doing what you're supposed to do. But
Uh, they
all the other
want
work behind the
the
scenes, nobody talks about.
they
So it's
want the
like I
title,
want
but
to
not the
know.
real responsibility. I think that was a thing too that
Yes.
people are saying. Like most people want the title. It's like even like dating. Like I've noticed even as I got older, like when you were younger, it's like, oh yeah, you're my girlfriend, my boyfriend. Like people like made it a thing. But you get older, you realize like it's just a title. Like I
Yeah.
think for most men are like when they're dating or they're seeing someone, it's like yeah, we're dating, we're going out, but they're like, oh, you didn't make it Facebook official. Like really? Like we still doing that? Because like I know we're dating, you know we're dating. Like do we have to let the whole world know that we're dating? And then you're like, well, you're afraid you don't want people to know. It's like no, it's just our business. Like why do you have to let everybody in our what's going on? Well, we're not married. We're just dating. We might be dating today. Tomorrow we might be single. We're just dating. We're talking. But you don't see people like, oh, you want to be my boyfriend? You want to be my girlfriend? You don't really see people doing that or making a big spectacle of that anymore. It's just you're talking to someone, then the next it's like, ah, yeah, this is my person. Yeah, we're dating. It's like y'all still ask people out like, hey, you want to be my girlfriend? No, it's just a mutual agreement. Hey, we're together now, right? That's what it is. Like even in
I
movies I
think that's
see
always
like
been an awkward stage for people, like to
like
actually announce that.
To get to
yeah,
that part, yeah, or
yeah,
to
like
ask
in
that
movies I
question,
see
yeah.
that they're like, are we dating now? And like you're like homecoming, will you be my girlfriend, boyfriend? Like, nah, like we're just together now. Like we kicked it, we doing things. I
Hey,
thought we were dating. But
hey,
then you was like you
we
gotta make
go
it clear
together.
though.
Like yeah, we go together. That's
Yeah, but also yeah, you
real
gotta
bad,
definitely make it clear
as they
because
like
you
to
have
say
some people like
nowadays.
I thought we were just having fun and hooking up. It's like what part? Like I gave you
Well,
the
hey,
key. You
listen,
have you have
that's
a drawer in my room. Like you thought that was
nah,
having
it ain't
fun
gonna be
hooking
none
up.
of
Like
that.
we're dating.
Nah. I'm not giving you no key to my crib, and we haven't already established that we
No, but there are people
been
who do that
doing
though.
this. Nah, that's a different level. I'm sorry, I can't do that. That's terrifying to me. I need to know what the fuck we doing because I'm not about to dedicate myself to you or let myself get all, ooh, I love this person type feelings, and then, oh no, we just fucking around. I know for a
No, that's
fact,
probably like the
being through it,
worst.
that is devastating, bro. To hear that after the fact, after you thought it was something more, because this is what you're receiving, the energy that you're
I
getting,
thought we
the
were
shit that's being
together.
told to you, and then it's, oh no, we just hooking up. Oh, ow. All right, let me grab my little face off the floor. All right, cool.
That's
All
also
right,
been like
you
a
got
big
it.
thing too lately, like the hooking up phase or the lifestyle because of like people making all this
Situationships.
content and all this stuff. They're like, yeah, we're not in a relationship. We're poly. There's with somebody. I'm with someone. It's just kind of what it is. We can be with more people at one time, and then um
Situationships nowadays.
yeah, and
That's
then
what
you
it
wonder
is.
why the STD rates and all this stuff are so high. It's like, yeah, because everybody's just sleeping with everybody. Like they're like no one's committed. There's like, oh yeah, we're together, but we're not really officially together. We're like open. We can do whatever we want. And you're like,
yeah, it's
like what?
entanglement.
like, yeah, I don't want no entanglement.
Shows how low people's maturity level is. They can't commit
for
to
sure.
one person. They can't stand being with one person. They
No.
need multiple options for
No,
some reason.
there are cases that
Yeah.
people can be platonic, where they can just have a relationship where they just hook up
Wiggles
from time
tail
to time. But there's no
excitedly meow
relationship. They
everyone.
mutually
Max
understand
here,
that.
ready to bring
Like,
the
you
perfect
have
puns and play
those
with you all.
situations.
Lol,
and
let's have a
I
fun
think those are
stream
okay
together.
because like
3.
you come to a realization like we're both adults. Like we can sleep with each other and be fine with it. And nothing more with it. Like people can
That's an
actually do that.
understanding.
Yeah, people
No,
can
that's
do that.
Coming to an understanding versus being like without like if you have that conversation to understand, okay, this is where we stand with each other. This is where it's gonna go. It's not going past this point. All right, cool. So be it. Y'all have y'all fun, y'all situationship, whatever. If that's what it is, that's what it is. But if we not looking for it to be more than that, honestly, I could go and talk to somebody else, but honestly, if I find somebody that I like, I'm cutting that shit off. That situationship, especially if I know, all right, we gonna be moving forward with this, or if we about to become physical, I'll cut that bitch off well
Yeah.
beforehand. We get to that like, hey, listen, I'm talking to somebody right now. Let's hold off on this, that, because I'm not gonna necessarily fuck my shit up entirely. You know what I'm saying? But if we definitely gonna move. We gonna move forward. Oh yeah, no, I ain't got no distractions, no side pieces, no fun friends, none of that shit. It ain't that shit is off the table.
You know what I also noticed? Rejections. A lot of people these days.
Oh,
So you remember like back in the day, like you get rejected,
no
you'd be like, you fine. And I wouldn't even say it's just I think it's a mix because I've seen a lot of men who can't handle rejection. There's a lot of men who can't handle rejection. But I've also seen a spike of women who cannot handle rejection. And then be like, what? Am I not good enough? Like you don't
Oh,
find
it's
me
more-
attractive?
it's-
It's like
no,
it's
no.
not like that. It's like I just not
new.
interested.
That's not new. That's not new at all. That's been a thing because if they are so used to guys
People
coming up
flaunting
to them
over them?
and this is like a nah, okay. Oh, you must be gay. That shit been happening, bro. Where they I can't believe that you what's wrong with me that you wouldn't talk to me?
It's just you're not my
Or if I
type.
know-
Like, which is like the ironic thing because like when a man says it to them, it's like, can you just take no for an answer? But yet if you pressed a man about the similar thing, it's why can't you just take no to an answer? It's like for some reason the double standard doesn't apply in certain situations, and it always throws me off. It's like how can this double standard not apply? Like if you're so quick to throw that stone at the opposite sex and say the same thing, and the moment it happens to you, and they try to do it to you. Oh, that's not the same thing. What do you mean it's not the same thing? I told you no. You're persisting. You're asking me what? I don't find you attractive. That's not the case. I'm just not interested. I just don't want to be bothered. But I mean, there are people like that who don't have any attraction, nobody. They just want to be friends. They don't want to have a relationship. They just want to live platonically with other people without being entangled. They just want to have the companionship without having the actual romanticness with it. That is a thing. There are people out there who don't want any type of romantic relationship. They just want the companionship of having people they can, rely on. And some people just don't understand that nor want that. It's like, look,
They just want the
we were to be
benefits without
together, we're not.
What happened, Pete?
That's what it sounds like. They want all the benefits without all the hazards.
Yeah.
Because when you're with one person, that means you're not talking to anybody else. You're not developing things with anybody else. That means when that ends, you have to start over. Like relationships are like a house of cards. Like you're building them up. It's very fragile. It's very delicate. If you make one wrong move, it could all just like scatter all over the place. And then you have to start over again. And people don't like that. People don't like that feeling of just, oh man, I have to start over again. I have to redevelop something with
It's
someone.
an
They
emotional
just-
investment.
yeah. They just want to that's why they keep their options open. So if one goes by the wayside, then it's like, oh, okay, I have these like 3 other people that I'm dating over here.
I think women
Now, if
have that option more.
everybody's fine with that, then you're fine with that. But if one person's not okay with it, then that's not that one person's fault. That one person isn't, being, unprogressive or whatever. Like that's what really annoys me.
I saw this
I'll
video.
say,
Go ahead, Dad.
my bad. I'll say like on the same aspect. Yeah, if I'm definitely like I'm talking to you, we're looking to date, we're looking to get it to that point. Yeah, everybody else is cut off. Me myself, and I'm not a fan of having multiple people around as a distraction. Like, nah, that shit is a distraction. Because if I want you, then I want you. I'm not gonna be giving off to all these other people. But if we just chopping it up, we might have went on a date one time, maybe twice, and we're still talking to figure out what's going to be. I might just like that woman 9 times out of 10, like I've usually come across. They have a person on the side until it's okay. Yeah, it's definitely about to move to a situation. Just cut this off. That's understandable. If that's what you're going to do, then so be it. But I'm definitely not a fan of you got 2, 3 options that you definitely about to move forward with for sure. Nah, I can only talk to one woman and like give that woman my attention because I already know from history, and I was only fucking one woman, but I was having conversations with two. I called one woman a different woman's name, fucked my whole shit up.
I
Now
remember
that
that.
could be a rookie mistake. That could be a rookie mistake. I keep it real with you, but at the same time, I know I'm not gonna do that shit again.
I saw
I
this
know that much.
this post the other day about this woman was like they were like doing I guess a talk show live podcast type thing as well, and they were like this lady was like, I cheated on my man 5 years ago and he stayed with me, but he still can't completely let it go, and I'm getting tired of it. And they're like,
Bitch, you
they're
cheated.
like, yeah, you cheated. Like, mind you,
shit
he still
hurt.
stayed with you because he wanted to stick with you, but
He
you
wanted to work
cheated
it
and
out,
you,
but
and you never
yeah,
really
nah.
gave him. And the lady was like, you cheated, but you never gave him the opportunity to actually heal from it. You didn't try to help him. You just cheated and expect him to just get over it. Like, you didn't give him any type of help, any reason to like help him get over or fix any problems. You just expected him to just forget about it. Like, it just never happened. Like, you admitted it to him and you expected it to go. No, that's not how that shit works. Men dwell on that shit. Like, we think about some of that shit sometimes. Like you didn't address it. Like, you're not really holding up to like, yeah, okay, cool. You admitted that you cheated, but how are we working on this? What are you doing to ensure to help me recover from this? The fact that I'm trying to stay with you. Like men still
my
need that stuff.
non-negotiable.
That
Yeah,
like,
you cheated.
well, yeah. I mean, typically most men would leave.
Out the door.
But like, if
Yeah.
you do stick with that person, like, all right, cool. I'm sticking with you. What are you? How are we fixing this? How are we mending this? Like, am I doing all the work? If I'm doing all the work, are you sticking with me and helping being supportive? But you're not, because most don't want to do that. Most it's like the same thing. You're with the woman and you tell them you're gonna protect them. You get into a fight, you get your ass whooped, and all of a sudden they're treating you some type of way because they saw you lose in the fight. And I was like, wait, what? Like, you're not gonna win every fight. Like, I lost one fight. And I'm chopped liver now.
Who the fuck do you think I am? Who the fuck? Oh, I am not invincible.
Like,
Like, that's not happening. You don't see me pulling out no goddamn super suits. If I fight,
honey,
guess what?
where's
There's
my
at least
super
one-
suit?
there's at least gonna be one person in the world, maybe even one person in your town, at minimum, at least one person in your town that might be able to knock you out. No matter how many fights you might have won, you can still lose a fight.
There's someone that will get you.
That's what happens.
You're
Just
using
like how-
logic and reasoning against
Yeah,
someone
you're right,
who
but
is not
You're
using
right.
any
So
of it.
to the emotional woman, that would be like, oh, that don't even fuck out of here. Just like you're not gonna be the baddest chick out there, but if your man is only looking at you and only has eyes for you, bitch, don't be mad. Like, listen, he only dealing with you. There's gonna be a bitch that look better than you, and you're gonna feel subconscious about it. But guess
Yeah,
what?
we're going on a camping trip to Crystal Lake. That's where we're going to go.
Yeah, just fuck, like, yo, come on, son. Show us a
Johnny, is
river.
that you in the bushes? No, that's not Johnny.
That's Jason. What the fuck wrong with you?
I mean, the way I look at it,
Mike Myers.
if I ever got like, because the way my brain reacts to it is kind of funny. I think I got cheated on once in my life, really, but when it happened, my brain immediately erases any type of feeling that I actually have for you. So I literally don't give a damn. Like, I at that point I just disappear and don't care. I won't
You
say
checked
nothing
out.
to you.
You checked out. It was like, this is done. It's a wrap.
Yeah, and
Listen.
some people be like, "Are you mad?" No, I'm not mad because in a way it's like,
I'm
There's
disappointed.
no trust now. I can't
no,
trust you.
You should,
no, it's
wait,
not
well,
even.
how
Hold
is
on,
that
let
even,
me tell
why
you
is that even a thing
what.
that they're asking? Whoa, you mad, bro, that you got cheated on? Yes, I'm mad. I
But
got
here's the
cheated
thing.
on. I got
Here's the
lied
thing.
to like, because I got lied to. I got betrayed. I
Betrayed.
got
Hell
cheated
yeah.
on. I feel like I'm inferior. Like, yeah, I will be mad.
So here's what my brain does because everybody has a different. It does cause a trauma sometimes. Everybody has a different trauma response and how they deal with it. I look at it as you help me because before
Yeah,
I
I ain't
committed
wasting no
anything
more
to
time.
you,
I ain't
yeah,
wasting
you
no more
just showed
time with
me.
you.
Yeah, I ain't waste no more time. So thank you. I appreciate that. I don't get mad at the dude neither because he's just doing his job. Like when I'm gonna get
I'm
now, if I
not
know
dating
you,
you, nigga. Like,
if I know no, if I know you and you're aware and you delivered to
nah,
that,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
you
different.
got something coming down the tunnel
Yeah, yeah,
your
yeah, yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
That's different.
other than that, if I don't know you, I could care less. I could care less if I walked in and caught the nigga. Like, oh, I ain't mad at him. He's just doing what a nigga was gonna do anyway. You, you supposed to
Yeah,
be defensive player of the year. You supposed to be Dennis Rodman.
I don't know.
I
we,
wanna hear
we,
For me, it
we were
depends. It would
supposed to be
depend.
committed to each other.
If I
Hey,
like in a
man.
married situation, it would probably depend. It
Oh,
depends.
nah. It might be a
Married with
body
Nah, that's
bag.
out the
kids,
window
It might be
too.
2 body bags.
I
I ain't
mean,
gonna hold you.
no, I mean, like, yeah, lose feelings, but like in the moment, the anger that you probably feel seeing that shit, especially in your bed and you pay the bills, like you'd be like, you probably lose it for a quick moment. You might catch yourself, but definitely lose your cool for like a split second, maybe
Now you
two.
would, but I wouldn't even be like the dude. I'm not about to murder a dude that I don't know. And
Like a
he
murder
did
dude I
not
don't
like
know.
that's not his fault.
But
Nah,
the person who invited him to my house.
yeah, that's her fault.
I don't know this man. I plead the fifth.
Like he ain't get in here by mistake. Like he ain't slip and fall on a banana peel, end up in your house. Like that's not how that worked. You allowed
It's
it.
like, explain how it happened. What did he trip it? Did he trip and fall and slid inside of you? Like he tripped, he fell, his clothes came off, your clothes happened to come off, and y'all ended up in
But
the bed.
and the reason why I say that is because women hold the key to sex in reality. Like that's end of the day, like I said before, unless you did what was frowned upon, you forced yourself upon somebody, it's a whole different thing. But if
Yeah,
not, she
yeah.
allowed
Head
it.
top.
Yeah.
Getting your
That's
muffin cap
what the
back
trauma is. You allowed yourself to be dominated by this man. You said yes, okay, and that's it's like
But you
that's just
willingly
like
bent over.
out the door. Yeah,
I'm
out the
willingly
door.
burying you. Fuck you
You know,
talking about.
that's always
Nah, I
funny too
can't
though,
say that.
because like a woman be like if they hold it out from you, and you know, we're living in a time where they have toys out there, sex toys, whether it's like
Bitch, they got machines now.
flashlight, whatever,
Like, stop
whatever it
playing.
is. Like men have their own ability to get toys as well. You know, it's not just women anymore. And it's always funny because like you said, sometimes women do hold it for men. So men, you know, they take care of themselves. Some men say, "I fuck it, I'm not gonna go cheat. You know what? I can handle this myself. I can go get me a toy and handle this myself. Fuck it, right?" And women be like, "That's sick. That's nasty. How?
Bitch, you got
explain
3 different butt plugs. You got 12.
exactly
12
like
dildos, and
you got this vibrator that you
on your
call
counter.
Bob. You got this fucking Long John fucking monster thing, whatever you want to fucking call it.
What?
And I got a fucking flush thing here that can be tucked away, but I'm nasty. Like it's not the same. Like, how is it not?
Bitch, you got a dildo that you can stick on your window.
Like wait, are
Is it
you
fucking-
using are you using a mode imprint of my penis? Is that what you're using? Are you using one of those? The answer is no, because I don't recall a unit for you. So you're using a mode imprint of some large animal or whatever the fuck they decide to make this shit out of.
I don't see some things.
What?
Yo,
No, I mean it's all
I
out there.
definitely-
Everybody knows. If you've been to a
Some
store, you
weird
see
shit.
all the weird shit they have, and you'd be like, even in Spencer's, they have weird shit. So it's like, all right,
Yep.
so I'm being called weird for having one thing, but you can have 1,001 things, but that's okay. But it's weird for a guy to have a toy. No, it's not. It's for most men, it's called smart. You don't have to worry about. I mean, they probably can still catch them if they don't clean their fucking shit, which would be so fucking weird.
Disgusting.
Like I caught an STD. How? By having sex with my sex doll. Who else has had sex with it? No one but me. You cleaned that bitch, bro.
That's-
Just
Boy,
imagine, like, you catch an STD. How'd you catch the STD? Having sex with my sex doll.
What a boyga.
Like, wait, how did you do that? Are you the only one using it? Yeah. Are you cleaning it? So, like, how do you catch an SCT from yourself?
No,
That's
I'm
wild,
good.
dirty.
Yo, that'd be so wild. But no,
I
but
don't
stuff
know
like
what you
that. A lot of
heard in the
women think it's
military,
weird.
son.
A lot of
Yeah.
women think it's weird for men to have like their own toys, and it probably is weird. It probably does hit the weird spectrum depending on the type of toy they have. But like, I feel like men should be able to have that stuff. It prevents them from going out and doing other shit sometimes or getting in trouble. Like, they're fine. Like, I don't see the problem if women have like multiple different toys. Why can't men have them? That's just my
I feel like
argument.
it's just a double standard where it's you're getting mad that someone is doing something that doesn't involve you. Like you feel some sort of insecurity in that. Like Tosh said, women hold the key to sex, and it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
you know
if
what?
you're
I
not
think
gonna
that's what
give
it
it to
is.
me, if you're not gonna allow me to have some sort of pleasure in life, I'm gonna find it myself. It's like that meme where you have the TV and you have the PlayStation on the floor, and it's like, oh, men really live like this and see no problem. It's like, yeah, because it's simple.
Yeah, and and
Shit
the
makes us
crazy thing
happy.
about that some women be like, I'd rather you go out and cheat on me than use this toy, so that way you can
Okay,
hold
see,
it
this-
over
this is
me.
where-
See, there's no logic in that.
Stupid.
There's
like-
not.
It's like trying to, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack,
And
and
there's
then
like
turns
you're
out there's no fucking
imagining
needle there.
having
There's
some,
no
some
logic.
rubber thing. I'm like, no, I'm not imagining any of that. I'm just helping stimulate me.
Nah, the craziest shit that I heard and that like around that shit was the fact of a chick told me, "Oh, I want to know, like I want to look through your phone." Okay, here you go. Oh, you don't feel weird about? No, why? Oh well, I know you ain't got other women number in the phone.
Ask for her phone.
I
You
think
should've
that
asked for her
I
phone.
think
Why
that
not?
throws some
Like,
off though
no, no,
when you do
no, no,
that.
My
That was the
ultimate, like
dumbest
my
shit.
power move, the thing I love to do. It's like, oh, like my phone's not working, because this happened multiple times with my relationships. It's like, oh, my phone isn't working. Can I use yours? I would give it to them, and then I would just like leave the room, just to
Yep.
get like something to drink. Be like, yep, that should like set the tone very quickly. That I have nothing to hide, nothing. You're not gonna find anything. What are you gonna
But-
find? What are you gonna do? I don't do
No,
anything.
But it's the fact of because I wasn't nervous about it, she automatically was like, "Oh well, I know that you're not talking to other women," which should have been a good thing. But this response killed me. The fact that she said, "Yeah, I want to know that other women find you attractive besides just me."
Yeah,
Like, I
they
want
no,
to
that's
have other women's numbers.
I could tell you what that is because I've experienced this.
My
That
God.
is
That sound like
that
crazy.
is no, that is well, yeah, but that is they have no drama with you and they want drama. As Magda's done that before, so we don't have any drama because there's like,
You're
I'm a
simple
hermit
man,
crab.
You mind your
Yeah.
business.
Yeah, it's exactly. But every now and then, she would like try to find a reason to pick a fight or an argument just because she's like, she watches all these reality TV shows, 90 Day Fiance, 600 Pounds and Fat. All these
Exactly.
reality TV shows that are just completely bullshit to me. And she's always like, she tells people, we don't have dramas, so I intentionally pick fights with them to get drama. And I'm sitting there, why? Why do you intentionally want to aggravate me? Like, I was like, I don't act for much. I just peace and quiet, peace of mind. But to intentionally argue with me because you don't have drama and you just want to have something, it doesn't work for me. Like, I'm one of those people, like, I don't like to argue. If I can avoid arguing, I'm going to avoid it. But once you start constantly pushing it, then I just walk around with a chip on my shoulder. And then I'm just agitated for no reason because you want drama. So now I'm going to be agitated to give you that drama you want. But I'm not going to, it's not going to be the way you want it to be because you have pushed me to the point to where I'm just annoyed. It's not cute. It's not funny. It's just annoyance at this point. And it's always hilarious. Like, she's like, yeah, I just sometimes just pick a fight with you just because to pick a fight. I'm like, but why? Like, what's the point of picking a fight with me? And I heard him say it plenty of times. It's like there'll be times that he'll be right, and I'll fight with him just because like I know he's right, and I don't like to admit that I'm wrong. And I'm like, but you're literally admitting to me that you're wrong in this statement. That way, sometimes when I argue with her and I know I'm right, I'll just be quiet and just walk away, and she'll think she won. I'm like, no, it's just I know I'm right. You know I'm right. Well, I also know that you're not going to admit that I'm right, and you're not going to own up to it. So there's no point for me to keep arguing. I'll just laugh and say, you're right, and walk away knowing damn well that I've won that argument. but the fact that they're when that she's right gives her that little ego boost that she feels accomplished.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
know
little
for a
chip on her
fact, and she
shoulder.
knows for a fact that I won. And I just chose to walk away. And I do it all the
Yeah,
time. I was like,
Sandy.
I'm not gonna indulge every argument. It's just I just can't do it.
Nah, I get that.
Nah, but you know what's crazy? The other thing is that women kind of thrive with that in the sense that they're always in competition with each other. Like if you think about makeup, I'm gonna be completely honest. Just some of the things they do is completely stupid. It just looks worse than when it looks like it's like you were fine without all of that. I don't understand the reason for you doing all that. Like let's use these long flamingo eyelashes as an example.
Exactly. I hate those so much, dude.
Yeah.
And so
Or it's like when they over contour and they look like fucking aliens. It's like, dude, like you don't have to do that. Like, they have like these really like high like cheekbones and stuff, and it looks so unnatural. It's like you don't have to do all that, man.
no, but here's
Yes,
the
they
thing: they
do.
don't do it for us. They do it because they're literally in competition
With each other.
for no reason.
Yeah, I have this
No
like
reason.
weird theory that nobody hates women more than other women.
Other
Oh yeah, it's been
Oh, for
bro.
sure.
I was
That's
doing
sure.
this thing.
It just I don't know.
So in college, there was
it
this
just goes
study.
through my mind sometimes. It's like wow, it's like
When I first year of
Wow.
college, when I went to ECC, this school in Illinois, and we had this conversation, and it said, women are their own worst enemy. It's typically not men. It's like when you hear rumor mills, like someone's like, oh, this person's calling such and such a slut or whatever, and it's typically not men because we don't care. In hindsight, like most men don't care of what
like,
most women
I
are
really
into.
don't
Like,
care as long as like you're not diseased or something.
and you're not
Like, I really
you're
don't
not bothering
care
me.
if
It
you slept
doesn't
with, like,
affect
5
me.
other
Like
guys. I really
we
don't
don't
care about
care.
your body count that much
And
because
then-
I don't want you to care about mine. Like
yeah, exactly.
I treat other people the same way I would like to be treated. So
Exactly.
it's like if you're wondering like, oh, how many women you slept with, I'm like, why do you care that much? Like, I don't have a disease or anything. I practice safe sex.
Well,
I
not
don't-
even
I
that.
don't
It's
even
like
do-
it's not a big deal. It's to us. It's irrelevant sometimes. But like
Yeah, I don't
like when
even do
women call each
one-night
other
stands
bitches or
because-
whores, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
why do you call this? Oh, because we heard it from another woman. Women call that to other women in reference most of the time before men do. And it's just
women
crazy
call
because
themselves
men are
bitches
just
sometimes.
repeating what they heard other women call each other. I would say it's the same thing sometimes with like racism. It's this jealousy. If you truly, I personally say racism stems from
Yeah,
jealousy.
and
It's-
insecurity.
Yeah, that's exactly what it stems from.
There's so many like
without
exactly,
jealousy, there would
dude.
be no racism, in my
Hello,
opinion. If
how are
people
you,
weren't
Yeah,
Chapter
jealous-
that
982
when the
over?
movie Sinners came out, and they're doing like this whole this marketing for it, Sinners and also Superman, and you have the two main actors together, and they're doing like an interview and stuff, and like they're playing games or something, and I would go to the comment sections, and it would just confirm my suspicions that people are just like deeply insecure about themselves, about relationships, and all that stuff. Because every single top comment was like, oh yeah, Josh Allen, he better watch out, bro. He better watch out because he's married to Haley Steinfeld, and she was in a movie with Michael B. Jordan. And I'm just like, dude, like, do you not understand that this is also a performance? Like the marketing of the movie, when they do YouTube videos together, when they play games together, that is also a performance.
Yeah.
And also, when you do a movie together, you're going to become friends naturally. You're not gonna. Well, sometimes it does happen where it's like you just butt heads and you just like act all bitter to each other. But 9 times out of 10, you're gonna become really close friends with each other because you're making this movie for like a year. You're on set every day for 12 or 14 hours. Like you're just gonna naturally become friends with each other. And to see all these comment sections where it's like, Josh Allen is a stronger man than I am, it's like, yeah, because Josh Allen isn't completely insecure, dude. When you're with an actress, it's like you're gonna understand that she's gonna do things in a movie.
No, that comes with
It's
the.
not
That
like
comes with the.
It's not like she's writing her own scenes. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna be on top of Michael B. Jordan. He's gonna spit in my fucking mouth. Like, dude, like that was written by another person. That was written by another person.
Yo, that's insane, son.
And to like read stuff like that, or with like when they did stuff with like Superman, it's like, oh, they're both married to other people. It's like their partners must be like really strong. It's like, dude, like the guy who plays Superman, he's married with a
Hello,
child. He has a
how are you,
daughter.
Zone Talk?
Oh, my pop
He's
said.
He's not throwing that away for another married woman. Like,
He said, women demand a lot of a man and willing not to be equal. They don't realize times have changed, but not living in their grandma's era and
Or,
grandpa's
you can
era.
pet and play with me at the Twitch
the
Pet
times have
Cafe
changed.
extension. Lol, come on over and let's have some
There's no
furry
equality.
fun.
I'm
Paw
not gonna
Prince
sit here and fluff
emoji.
that and act like
There's
no such
no-
thing as equality.
It's-
People play their
it's
roles
fairly-
and
It's
should be given.
equality
I'm
when
looking
it
for
when it
equality.
matters, I would say, because there's really no true equality, or it's
They're not the
only it's
same.
only true equality
Mm.
when there's eyes on the situation. If there's
No,
no
but
eyes on the
fairly,
situation, it's no true equality. It's when people are looking.
When people hear they're not equal because of their own past trauma, whatever they're going through, they immediately take that as an insult or that you're lessening one than the other. And nobody said that. Not being equal doesn't necessarily mean one is weaker than the other. Just they both have their different roles. I'm like, and I mean, one thing you don't never see question that, like you can look at the animal kingdom. One animal that's playing his role doesn't question the role of another. They just play their freaking role, and life goes on. All of it brings a balance into the roles that are being played. So all the roles are important. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. But it's that whole equal the same. No, we're not. We're not. Please, because that goes out the window when things happen. When things go left, I've had this conversation before. It goes completely out the window. It's really just a complex.
what did I say yesterday, Tosh? What did I say yesterday?
What?
Everybody wants equality until the dinner bill comes.
But it's not even just that. It's just, bro, like, because the only ones who are asking for that are women. It's not, you don't really hear dudes crying about that. Now they want, like, for example, let's just take this WNBA thing, right?
Oh my God.
And most people get pissed, or most of them get pissed. But it's like, but you're not performing to the degree where it would pull in money. Like if you
Not even
literally-
women that watch the games.
Yo,
Wait,
that
no.
ass.
And then, so now they take that as an ego thing because they take it as, oh, because you're a woman. No, it's your performance. Like, if you, it's performance based. The reason why people come to see other games is not because they're just men. It's the way they perform. It's entertaining. They're high level scorers. It's a point of the whole competitive thing. But if you had an all star game, y'all shooting air balls. And nobody even knew when the all star game was
missing
happening.
layups. It's
I'm not gonna lie.
crazy.
I did not
layups.
know they
It's
had an
like,
All-Star game, but
what?
I do not keep up with the
No,
WNBA.
a lot of people didn't. Bro, there were so many seats that were open. I looked at the crowd. Most people don't. And it's not because it's just now you got certain players that are like blowing up that industry that make you actually sometimes like making other NBA players.
Only
blow up.
2
'Cause the
people
funny
I
thing
know
is
from that
NBA players
industry.
support. Bro,
Yeah,
NBA
they
players
support
more
the WNBA.
play, like
And then
more
they
than anybody.
Correction.
They get shit talked to them by
Yeah.
WNBA players. It's like I think it was either Luka Doncic or it was Iguodala. Somebody posted in support of their WNBA team in their area. And there's like WNBA players like shit talking them in the comments. It's like I shouldn't have done shit for you, bro.
Yeah.
It's really, and what the higher ups keep saying about that, right? There's not enough. You don't gross enough money for us
Never
to
enough.
even put into
The
because it's
NBA,
business.
yeah, they're
You
always
want
in
me
the
to put-
red.
Somebody did a actual like sheet and showed like how much money the WNBA costs, and basically all in all
pales
the
in
players would
comparison.
owe them like 23 grand in order for them to be able to keep that shit like sustainable
It doesn't make
compared to
enough
what
money,
their
bro.
contracts actually are. Yeah.
But
I'm
now
not-
listen, now you got players like, Caitlin Clark and all these like these type of players who are performing though. They're performing and now they're bringing a bit more publicity to it, and people are getting mad at them. I'm like, yeah, but
Exactly. Where it's like, oh, the game isn't about one person. And it's like, bro, shut the fuck up, dude.
Yo. That used to
The
get
reason
me.
why it's
Bring
about
it-
one person
because y'all
is
wasn't
because
doing
you
it.
weren't doing anything.
That used to get me. There's no I in team. And then, but there's an ME for me, motherfucker. Pass me the ball.
But and it's not even she don't play like that, but she's being compared to Steph Curry, which is understandable. But it's like, bro, if you
Caitlyn?
perform, you want no, she can shoot. She can shoot the lights out. But
No,
it's
no,
like-
I believe it.
Caitlyn
I'm not-
and
I'm not denying that.
Angel Reese are the only two notable names at this moment that I know.
and Angel Reese
But
is like,
To be honest, yeah,
From
she's
the
only
league. And
Angel
only-
Reese is
Dude,
honestly
she-
the most notable, one of the most notable names right now, only because not only Caitlyn not playing, but the fact of at this particular time, she's the one that's talking the most shit about how she deserves the same pay as, you know.
Yeah,
they
I know
deserve
her
the
from
same pay as
her
them.
talking. I don't know anything about her from her gameplay. I'm
Precisely
frank
how
with you, I
much
don't watch her
time she
gameplay.
put in.
I've only heard her like complaints.
When I hear something about Caitlin Clark, it's because she did something on the basketball court. When I hear something about Angel Reese, it's because she said something fucking stupid.
but
Yeah,
and the funny
that
thing,
is true.
here's the thing. That's why
That's
the
how
fact of-
that's
the
how
fact
I
of the
that's how I
matter-
separate athletes.
Well,
Like
when-
because
the
I grew
fact
up
of the
watching
matter-
Gronk, and now you
Oh,
have
yeah.
Travis Kelsey. Whenever people talk about Gronkowski, they talk about something that amazing that he did. Whenever people would talk about Travis Kelsey, they would bring up Gronk. It's like that's how you know who's the best.
But here's the thing I want to say, and it's performance based. But business wise, and that's what they don't understand. They think it's being hidden.
Yips and wags tail excitedly. Hello everyone. It's me, Max the Up. Pause at screen. So glad you're all here. Let's have a fun
It
stream.
sucks. I will not lie
Lol.
about that. The WNBA players, what they make, they still have to have like another job or a part-time job on the side of that. So
Most of them do.
they're barely making six figures. Some of them barely. Like it's
I
a
was
summer
about to say.
job. No, for real. Some of them barely. Some of them are making almost to, like what a regular job, like a $60,000 a year job will pay, or so. Like, and guess what? Yeah, it sucks because it's your passion. Just hey, get better, make it more exciting. Like, what do you want? What do you want them to do? Because if it don't, what do you want them to do? Because it's like if it don't make sense on paper and financially, I'm not investing in that neither. That's called going in a hole. Like, what do you? Like, why am I gonna put up more money and it's not even pulling in that much revenue? So I feel like it should be worked with in a sense. Like now they're paying college players. You do have some players that are actually. It's a whole lot of things, but you got NBA players saying the same thing, bro. They're like, listen, like the actual NBA is like, yo, like what y'all, if the money not there, you want to get paid more, but you're not pulling in the revenue. It's like that
Do you
doesn't
want to
make
know
sense.
do you want to know the highest paid WNBA player? 252,450 a year.
For what?
Which is literally that's what an
Do you
NBA player
want
makes
to-
a game.
Do you want to know the highest paid NBA mascot makes $625,000 a year?
Yeah.
That's wild.
An NBA mascot, bro.
But there's money in the budget for that because of the publicity that comes to that stadium. They bring it to them. The players are actually worth more than they're actually being paid because the owners are billionaires. They know the worth. Anybody who knows business, you're never going to pay the top dollar for the thing. You're going to pay what you can pay. And you try to get it to the lowest number that you possibly can to save yourself money. But you're going to haggle. But in reality, the money, the amount of money that comes, you got like 4 billionaires that just bought teams. They just bought teams and now they're investing, but the money's there. The stadiums get packed out every night. That don't happen in the WNBA. People don't even know when the All-Star game is.
Yeah,
It's not worth watching. When I saw the performance, I'm like, and this is why.
It's just, like look at the NBA, look at the WNBA All-Star MVP trophy or something. It's abysmal.
And it's so when this stuff is being said, it's not to downplay like y'all can't play ball. Y'all can't. It's not that. It's you want more, make it more exciting. Get better at the sport. Don't miss open layups. Don't miss open shots. Like it's a sport. You're supposed to be competitive. I don't understand the thought process behind that one. I'm like, yo, like if we playing 2K and somebody shoots an air ball a couple times, are you gonna keep passing that person the ball after a while? Are you even gonna trust them with the ball? No. So it's the same logic. It don't change. Like just because you want more. Oh, I want, but that's the entitlement that comes with that nature of growing up with entitlement. As soon as they're born into the world, they expect certain things, they're given certain things, and they're taught that. That's why I say, when it comes to raising my daughter, no, absolutely not. We're not doing that. You're going to have to earn some things. It ain't got nothing to do with you just being a female. Oh, because you have vagina between your legs, now you just automatically get this. Hell no. We're not sending you into the world like that because then you come out saying stupid things like this. and then wonder why things are not working. I'd rather you actually be intelligent and notice what's going on than sending you in a world sounding dumb and being stuck all the time and having an expectation unrealistic, by the way, of things that you're not even putting into it, that you're not providing. That's to me, like I said, it always stems from the household of what the upbringing is and where it comes from. And in America, that's a big thing. They're just born with entitlement. Like they can get on a yacht by just how they look. We gotta pay to get on that motherfucker. We gotta have the money in our pocket. There's much more consequence for us if we don't like. We get looked at very differently, and as we should. But when that delusion that's created, because of the look, everything's handed to them, and that's the delusion that the world creates. Because you're cute. You can get in here for free, but that's only gonna stretch for how so long? Do you have anything that's tangible, any intelligence, anything that's a craft that you're actually good at? Because that's just gonna fall. Eventually, this is gonna fall down. Like your looks is gonna fade at some point. Nobody's gonna care. But it's and they can capitalize on it if they're smart. You got some women that are smart that capitalize on it and actually start businesses, do things. Those are the ones I pay attention to. I'm like, I like this one right here. Yeah, she knows she's attractive, but she's not out here. She's using it for a different reason, and she's building her own brand and business and what she's doing, and then actually having something to bring to the table as far as the way her brain works. Versus, I'm just cute, just give me money. Those are the ones it almost makes my stomach turn because it's annoying.
You find them abysmal.
It's just like
that's what it is.
The lights are on, but nobody's home here sometimes. It's just like, and so it's I don't, bro. That whole conversation. That's why I tip my hat to the females and the women that like are really, really like they have something to bring to the table. You have a conversation, even when it goes into dating, bro. You can tell just how the conversation is going. You could tell somebody that has substance and who doesn't. Because there's certain things you cannot hide. I don't care who you are. You can't fake certain things. There's like just don't have the conversation. You could tell. Just like if somebody came to the zone and started talking military stuff, certain things that are said, he's gonna know if you're lying, off rip, and whether he's gonna entertain the conversation. It goes the same thing with somebody who's intelligent that has actual substance to themselves. I can tell where this conversation, like
most military conversations.
It's like I don't even want to talk.
Random military conversations over the Xbox party.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying it all applies, and that's how I be like when I talk to. When we go back to the whole dating thing, the conversation we was having. I have a conversation, and based upon your answers, not even being judgmental, but it's in a sense of there are some things that, like I said, they just tell on themselves. If you let somebody that they'll tell on themselves without you having to say a word or do anything, if you actually pay attention to detail, because like certain things can't coexist. There's certain things that can't, like if you're intelligent, there's certain things you will not do. There's certain things that not intelligent and calling anybody stupid. It's like if you move a certain way, you have a certain moral standard to you, a character. There's certain things that cannot coexist because they contradict each other, or it doesn't make sense. You got to be consistent somewhere. Some people aren't, but you get what I'm saying. Before I go into a whole other tangent, that's that on that. That equality crap is like exactly that crap. I'm not equal to you. You're not equal to me. Not in a good way, not in a bad way. There's things you could do I can't do. That you're supposed to be able to do that. Bring a completely different dynamic to the relationship. Like women have a lot of power in the house on how they set the emotional environment, but they don't use it properly. They completely like change the whole emotional environment in the house and how they set things. They can make a man get up. He could have the worst day, but something on how they did and how they moved and what they said completely motivated him to continue pushing forward. But they don't use it at all. It's just like the laziness of the entitlement. I just want for me, but I put nothing back into this. And not every woman does that. It's not all women. You just come across the some who just, like I said, wasn't raised properly. And same thing for the men. They just be wanting stuff, but don't want to be the man that deserves that.
Yeah.
It's like, where did you get that from? Single parent household, raised by emotional woman. It's like you just want things. You don't have no type of, I got to work for this, or I have to develop this in order to turn into that. It's a whole spiral that don't get answered, and it starts at home. You can't go back in time. that's all I can say.
You definitely can't go back in time.
Not yet, at least. Tony Stark hasn't arrived yet.
To our knowledge, you can't go back into time.
Speaking of,
for all we know, someone is.
Completely sidebar, completely off topic. Y'all know we came back to the sacred timeline, right? There's finally Yeah, we
What?
came back to the sacred timeline. Somebody found the actual footage of Shazam. We back on the sacred timeline.
You
That
gotta
shit no
send me
longer
that.
hidden. I got
Well,
you.
they got to reel it
Posted
back
it
in. They
too.
had to get some things together. But they were. I
Yeah.
think that whole thing with the honestly being in different dimensions and stuff was to shift around certain pieces that were going to move anyway. It was a
Oh no, for
smart way
sure.
to no, because it was a real thing, but it was also a very intelligent way to kind of, okay, this person is not going to act as this role anymore, so now this gives us the availability with still moving within the story and not messing it up to now shift these pieces around. So when that happens, is Marvel moved like incredibly, or Disney moved incredibly clever on that on that move.
Except for the fact of how they fucked up Ironheart. Like Ironheart is,
I don't
but then
like the way
again,
they made Shorty look, bro.
the
Did you
comic
see that
itself.
joint?
I mean, no, I'm gonna be real. The comic itself was always like a secondary character. Nobody really had the love for Ironheart as they did for Tony
It's
Stark.
not even a love for her. It's not even having the same as Tony Stark. They made her character look completely controversial in the sense of morality, what you're willing to do to get what you want. They made her look selfish,
Yeah.
like
Nah, they
completely
definitely OD.
selfish. And it's like, bro, like some of the decisions was just stupid. Like you just all right.
You
But
sold your soul to Mephisto
yo, but you watched you
for
literally
money.
just stopped somebody who did that. You literally just got into an altercation with somebody who did that and watched them lose themselves in the process. And now I'm gonna turn around because I want my best friend back. Because you can't deal with trauma. Because you can't. You're intelligent enough to build so many things.
But the AI though was a glitch though. She fell asleep with it on her brain and she wasn't supposed to, and that's how it made the AI. It was a glitch. She didn't intentionally recreate her friend.
But when you lost that, okay, you got the connection. So now I'm gonna sell my soul to bring back X, Y, and Z. You traded something for something else, which is not even gonna make it. It's gonna make the situation worse. And they're not gonna be happy about it if they find out about it. Like, really?
Oh, they're an AI. They're not gonna care regardless.
But it's like, bro, selling it like what? I didn't get that. That they made her look like just.
I haven't finished it yet. I haven't finished the season.
Smart. Okay, we call it smart dumb. That's what we call them, smart dumb people. Like you're intelligent, but you're still stupid.
Hey everyone, you can pet and play with me in the Pet Cafe Twitch extension.
Like, oh my God.
Come on over to the Cozy Cafe and give me some bets.
Where Aunt May gets shot and Peter sacrifices his marriage and a future with a daughter just to save Aunt May. So now him
who lived a life.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
So what? How selfish is that?
His marriage to Mary Jane never happened, and he never gets to have this child. All to save an old woman who will probably die of some old lady thing 2 days later.
Where her days was numbered anyway.
I thought that was towards.
He's an 88-year-old.
Married to the other one.
Oh my God.
What's her name? Gwen Stacy. And had a daughter with Gwen Stacy, but came back to MJ
Miles
like in this other timeline.
No, never mind. That's a different one.
Nah, yeah, that you thinking of Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember. I wonder if they're gonna bring. I don't know how they're gonna do this next movie. I'm actually kind of curious of the storyline they're gonna do.
Out.
Which one? The Miles one?
Yeah, the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah, that was supposed to have been out a minute ago. They keep being pushed out because there was a conflict between the actual voice actors, so they pushed it. But I'm talking about the live action movie.
He's making all these moves on her, and it's like, dude, why would you want to work with that guy?
Well, yeah, because he's trying to enact what every Spider-Man movie. Because in most Spider-Man movies, they always end up with each other.
It's entitlement. It's so stupid. It's like, I'm not even gonna bother with it, man.
Yeah.
It's like she's engaged to a whole football player that is a foot taller than you. It's like.
He ain't me though. He's not
Spider. He's not me.
You're not even Spider-Man.
Miles.
You're just the voice.
Yo, and I found out they're not even gonna be able to put Miles into the Marvel universe. Like they don't have access to him to do that. I was like, damn. Like they're doing all this stuff. Now you're telling us that we won't be able to get a live action Miles Morales and Spider-Man? That's kind of fucked.
Yeah. I would rather it be animated. I like what they're doing.
I'd rather them just finish the one that they started. I'm okay with that. Even if I can't get a live action, just finish what you guys already started. So, well, quiet moment we had there.
Yeah, my bad. I'm also. Oh shit. God damn.
I mean,
damn.
We went for a
Playing Ravens
while.
Watch.
We can end it here and come back next week because I actually have some good things during this podcast. I realized that some topics I'd probably want to recircle. Since we're doing recording live, we could probably recircle some topics with the chat, and see what their opinion is and go off of that. I also wanted to bring back. We're getting ready to come to the Halloween season again, so I want to in coming weeks I want to bring back some scary scenario type stuff and do our random, and I'm gonna let Thad lead a segment. We're gonna bring out a conspiracy theory segment and have some fun conversations. My boy Thad is going to lead that because he probably will find more ideas. I probably have some that will be interesting conversations, but he's definitely.
What he's saying is, I always be thinking some shit is awry. That's what it is. He's just trying to find a nice way.
I mean, I do too, but I mean, you voice it more, so I normally just keep my insight thoughts to myself, unless other people are voicing them. So we're gonna definitely have some good conversations, some good times. We're gonna bring back some more of the interviews. My boy Thad has a family member who does some reenactments. We're going to get onto the podcast hopefully in the near future. I got my aunt who is a baker. I think she calls her by Miss T on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to get her on here and do some stuff.
I'm also trying to get a former Special Forces officer to pull up to the pod and talk some shit with us and all of that as well too.
Oh.
Now let's see if we can get that to rock out. I think that should be. Yeah, we got definitely nice little lineup of shit coming. Y'all definitely need to stay in tune.
Fact.
For sure.
But like always, we were here for a short time. But we're gonna dip out. So thanks for tuning in to the pod. If y'all liked it, make sure to hit that follow button, turn on those notifications so you know when we post an episode. Our goal is to move forward posting on Sundays if possible. And recording them live on Twitch, YouTube, wherever you watch. That's probably where I'm recording. So, swing by, have fun, turn on those notifications, and find the podcast. Podcast won't have the video part. You only get the live video if you tune in to the stream. The podcast is strictly audio. Till next time, you guys stay frosty. I'm gonna holler at you guys later. Dad, you want to say anything to them?
Peace, niggas.